I was thinking today. Oh, some geese flew over. I was thinking today about orbits, and particularly my own orbit. And what I mean is how life revolves around me, if you like. Where definitely in the past, my son's banging on his bedroom window because he's gone to bed. Try not to laugh there. Okay, so the thing about orbits for me is there's always things that are always meant to happen. Whatever happens, it was meant to happen. And it's always the stories we have around these moments which then can annoy us, piss us off, make us elated, excited, happy. So today, when something happened today which I wasn't expecting because it wasn't under my control, I was a bit pissed off, if I'm honest. I thought, oh, fuck. That's not how I was told it would play out. But then I started thinking about it, thought, okay, this was meant to happen, otherwise it wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? And so I just started looking at, okay, this situation's a gift because I get to learn the lesson, or I don't get to learn the lesson. And sometimes you can be on a hamster wheel and not learn the lesson and do the same thing over and over and over until it slaps you in the face. And I've been there before, and it still happens, just like today. But the power of what happened today over other times is now I'm more aware of it. And awareness is key, because when you bring awareness to things, you can then choose how and decide how it's going to be for you. So today's situation, I guess, was a reminder that what I thought was going to happen wasn't meant to happen. Otherwise it would have happened. That makes sense. And any amount of trying to force it just pushes it away or pisses you off. And then you create a story about the thing. When you create a story about the thing, usually it just doesn't end very well. So don't force it. Don't force it, otherwise you create more of a story around it. Just accept the reality and say, okay, it wasn't meant to happen. I remember I went to interview my good friend mentor Jeff Thompson last year, and we were supposed to be doing it through Skype, and for whatever reason it didn't work. And we tried it for 10 minutes, tried a few different things. He says, Dean, it's okay. It just wasn't meant to happen today. And I'm cool with that. Of course, I was frustrated as hell because he was so busy and I wasn't going to be able to interview him for another 3 or 4 months. And as it happens, it just didn't happen because he got busier and busier, because he was writing films. He was in one of his latest films had Orlando Bloom in it, for example. So I get that. So I got frustrated, but I only built a story around it because I wanted to interview him, because I knew it's always a pleasure to talk to him. He's always got something amazing to say. So there was the story. Tried to force it, didn't work. He just accepted that it wasn't meant to happen then. And ever since then, I've tried to remember that lesson, because you're always right where you're meant to be in any moment. Every choice you made takes you where you are right now. And then, of course, we get to choose whether we accept it or we try and resist it. I've resisted stuff far too long. Joy said something to me yesterday. I was annoyed at something. It was just my ego kicked in. And Joy just said, resistance. Stop resisting. I thought, yes, you're right. And it was just something trivial. But what I'm saying is nearly everything and anything can be resistance to something because of our past experiences. And instead of living in right now, living the now, living the moment, living the present, we're constantly drawing from past experiences, past stories, past scripts, making our own unique orbit. But if we just accept instead of force things, forcing, resisting, instead of just letting things happen and having that acceptance over it and appreciating the lesson, most of us just fight over it. So the whole point of this video today is this. We're always stuck in our own orbits, we've all got our own lives, our own stories going around and around, and then we get to choose how we react. For me, each situation is a gift, and whatever happens was meant to happen. It'll all work out fine. But it's so difficult to grasp that concept, and I struggle with it for a while. But every time I do get it and just accept it, all the stress goes away, all the anxiety goes away, the worry, the anger, frustration of the event goes, because all I need to know is I'm right where I'm supposed to be. So where are you? If you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, or you feel a bit lost, get in touch. Let's have a conversation. I love talking. I can talk forever, as my wife says. So if you need help, you've got a question, get in touch. Love to have a chat with you. Until tomorrow, see you later.